Hey guys, Michael Neff here, Director of Gears Golf. Wanted to give you a little heads up or a preview on what the new build of gears is coming out that we're going to be releasing at the PGA show. And I thought you might kind of like this before the holidays. So anyways, some of the main metrics here I'll kind of roll through. Similar kind of the landscape of what we're working on. I'm going to kind of zoom in on this so you can see a little better. So obviously club path, angle of attack, face to path, spin loft, closure rate. There's a new metric called low point. This will obviously be, right now it's in millimeters. We're going to change that to inches. Speed at center, speed at touch, and ratio of grip speed to club head speed. These are some of the new metrics. This is where the static loft or the actual loft of the club is. This is the face center. This is the loft at address. So we're actually in loft, lie, and face angle. We're giving you the addressed position or the address metric, the impact metric, and the delta, the difference. So in loft, lie, and face angle. We're also giving you a new metric called shaft lean, which is address, impact, and difference. It'll be great for putting. We are refining our ball data right now, and I don't know if we'll have that by the show, but I think we will. New body metrics, a lot of new body stuff. So basically, there's two different marker sets that we're going to be doing. One is our standard marker set, and then one with 2 extra markers on the wrists. So we have some new wrist information for you: X factor, sway, thrust, lift, turn, bend, side bend, lead arm, lead wrist, trail wrist, kinematic sequence, joint angles, frontal bend, lateral tilt, and obviously graphs to go with all of them. And we still have the club graphs obviously in here. And so just kind of give you, this is me, I just took a shot. Sorry if this is kind of lame, but really kind of either. I'll put some of the features on here. So these are all from the existing system. So you can do body lines. Obviously these are the projection angles from the XYZ coordinates of the room in relation to the center of the joints. But we also have sight line, posture line, head bubble, shoulder plane, which is to be viewed from down the line, elbow plane, and vertical. These are all things that have been in the system before. We have a new feature called pelvis sway and thrust, rib cage sway and thrust, pelvic angles, turn, bend, side bend, rib cage angles, turn, bend, side bend, lead shoulder adduction angle, lead wrist set angle. These are all new metrics. So as you watch, the avatar down here, it gives you the sway and the thrust, and then on the graph it gives you the lift. And then you have so you can view those things from all these lines. Pretty cool features to be able to see here. You can see that my torso is kind of hanging back a little bit. You can see that in the sequence on my particular shot. Pelvis angles, again, that's turn, side bend, and bend, and those can be viewed from different angles. So there's your turn, there's your bend, and there's your side bend. And then rib cage angles, the same, turn, bend, and side bend. And the center of that line right there is the center of your torso, and center of that line right there, center of your pelvis. And so we're giving you in inches, thrust, sway, some cool features. We're able to draw some cool things that the tour players are working on, and what the tour players are doing, and we'll be giving you some of that stuff. Let's see, lead shoulder adduction, lead wrist set angle. Obviously body lines are still in there. And these are all the club data, ball and club impact. These are still, all these have been in here. Nothing's really changed there. And then you can obviously go in for notes. One of the summary page I'll just kind of give you an example here. So say you like this swing, if you want to kind of highlight that swing, you just click that, and then you can write some notes down here. And then when you go back to that particular swing, you'll see down here that it's starred, tells you if it's body or club only, and it gives you your notes here. So that's how you know how to highlight that. The summary page has changed quite a bit, and so all the metrics are now on the summary page, and you can go in and highlight these. You highlight each one, it'll kind of tell you which particular shot and where you hit it on the face. One of the cool features that we have now is, like, let's say you're doing some fitting and you want to test like 5 different drivers. Well, the face mapping of all 5 drivers will show up down here at the bottom, and you can scroll the bottom. So however many clubs you put in there to test, you can be able to see the face mapping on top of each other. I didn't do that on this particular test, but you'll be able to see all that there. Obviously, you can export the data to CSV or C3D, different types of formats for different purposes. Like our friends at Jacobs 3D, those guys are, Michael's taking gears data and exporting it, raw data, into his Jacobs 3D software. So it gives guys that want to do some R&D the opportunity to dig in to that kind of stuff if you want. And same basic, you can take a screenshot. They show up in this little snapshots button here, and you can open that, and you can email it, or you can do whatever you want. The other thing that's happening is when you take a swing, this is not in here yet, but it will be by the show, but when you take a swing, it'll generate videos. So it'll generate short videos, 8 short videos for each swing that will go to the cloud, and we'll be getting more into the WebLocker product, where you'll be able to store and house all your data online, and you'll be able to communicate with your students really well. So that's a way for you to give your data away to your customers. Anyways, so and the other thing that is happening here is the wrist angles. So there are on your suit, you'll put it comes up all the way to your wrist, and it hooks around your thumb. You guys know that. And then basically you'll put 2 more markers, one right on each side of the wrist. And then if they're wearing a glove, you can kind of make your own version of a glove, or you can just tape it onto their glove, or you can just tape it onto your hand. We have skin tape or adhesive for skin that's comfortable and not dangerous. You basically put one on each hand, one right in the middle of each hand, and then one on the sides. They're actually slightly off to the center. And then when you T-pose, there's 2 different T-poses, right? So there's a T-pose where you do like that, and then there's a T-pose where you basically do a ski pole. And that's how we're able to get ulnar, radial, extension, flexion, pronation, supination on those, to get all those graphs. So torso, hips, wrists, those are all new body features that we have in gears. And we're testing it all right now, and so far so good. Anyways, it's just kind of a little heads up on what's coming at the show. We are doing a Gears Summit at the PGA show on Tuesday the 24th from 1:30 to 4:30 at the Rosen Center right by the PGA Hall. And James Light's Top 100, Bernie Najar Top 100, Kevin Weeks Top 100 are all speaking to us on short game, full swing, and club fitting, shaft fitting, club and shaft fitting. So that's a real treat. It's going to cost $50. That just covers our cost. We're going to limit it to 120 people, and it's for 3 hours, and you get education points if you want. A really cool opportunity to do that. Excited to have that. So we want to welcome you guys all to come see us at the show. We're in our own booth this year on the driving range, kind of like we were a couple years ago, and got some new features and some new stuff to show y'all. So look forward to seeing you. Hopefully you can make it. If you can't, feel free to contact me. On the Gears Golf website page, there's going to be a downloads feature now where you'll download the new software when it's ready. There's a decent chance we'll have it ready before the show, but we're announcing, you know, we're releasing that build at the PGA show, so we'll definitely keep you posted on that. Anyways, send me questions if you have any. Hope you're all doing good. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and wish you all the best. Thanks for being supportive of Gears.